Maya steadied her trembling hands as headlights sliced across the darkened windows. She stepped back into the shadows of the old farmhouse kitchen, heart pounding painfully in her chest.
They're back,
She whispered urgently.
No, it can't be.
Said Jacob, eyes wide with disbelief.
The storm washed out the only road.
Glass shattered somewhere outside, a chilling sound followed by coarse laughter.
Lock the door.
Hissed Carla, her voice shaking.
Now!
Jacob lunged forward, turning the rusty deadbolt just as a heavy weight slammed against the front door. Wood cracked, and they all stumbled backward.
Little piggies,
Crooned a taunting voice outside, muffled through the weathered wood.
thought you could hide forever?
Maya grabbed Carla's wrist, her voice a fierce whisper.
We need to move. They're coming through.
Jacob frantically scanned the room.
The cellar, quick.
They bolted across the worn linoleum floor, pulling open the cellar door and descending hastily into the darkness. Above, the front door splintered open with a deafening crack. Voices flooded into the house, maliciously jubilant.
Down here.
Jacob mouthed silently, guiding them into the deepest corner, behind rows of dusty jars and rusting tools. Maya pressed herself against the cold stone wall, struggling to control her breathing. Carla whimpered softly beside her, eyes glittering with unshed tears. Heavy boots pounded overhead, slow, deliberate.
Come out.
A deep voice called mockingly.
We won't hurt you much.
Suddenly, Carla shifted, knocking a jar from the shelf. It shattered loudly against the concrete floor.
Found you!
Came the triumphant shout above.
Run!
Jacob shouted, dragging them towards the cellar's rear exit. Maya threw open the storm door, rain pelting fiercely against her face, wind screaming through the trees. They burst into the storm, mud clawing at their feet, the wind nearly knocking them off balance. A figure emerged from darkness ahead, illuminated by a flash of lightning, its face obscured by a grotesque burlap mask. Jacob charged forward with a desperate yell, tackling the figure to the ground. They wrestled in the mud, Jacob gaining the upper hand until a glint of metal sliced through the air.
No!
Maya screamed as Jacob staggered back, clutching his side, blood seeping rapidly through his fingers.
Jacob!
Carla shrieked, horror etched across her face.
Run, just run.
He gasped, sinking to his knees. But Maya stood frozen, eyes locked on the masked assailant, terror replaced by a surge of rage. Without thinking, she grabbed a splintered wooden plank from the soaked earth and lunged forward, swinging it hard. A sickening crunch filled the air as the attacker crumpled to the ground. She turned swiftly, reaching out to Jacob.
Come on, stay with me.
She pleaded desperately. He nodded weakly, struggling to his feet. Behind them, shapes approached rapidly through the storm.
Go!
Carla screamed, pointing toward the nearby woods. With Jacob leaning heavily on her shoulder, Maya propelled them into the darkened forest, determination burning fiercely in her heart, knowing the nightmare was far from over.